running late. It's a very, very bad attitude. So punctuality is very important.
What do you know? Yo, what's the matter? Money Evening News. Money Evening News.
In your financial indicators today, Friday, 21st October 2022, the United States dollar is buying at 15 kwacha, 83 ngwe, and selling at 16 kwacha, 14 ngwe. The Great British Pound is buying at 17 kwacha, 73 ngwe, and selling at 18 kwacha, 5 ngwe. The euro is buying at 15 kwacha, 47 ngwe, and selling at 15 kwacha, 78 ngwe. The South African rand is buying at 86 ngwe and selling at 87 ngwe. Those are your financial indicators. The news headlines. Government believes traditional leaders can provide leadership in ensuring farming becomes a business.
You can lead in our efforts to ensure that productivity for the farmers increases, that the farmers are maximized, that farming becomes a business. Once we increase productivity, once we offer better prices.
Kawambwa Town Council completes installation of solar streetlights at a cost of 1,104,000 kwacha.
Well, basically, the streetlight project is the one we've just done, which is the Bereshi Kawamba Road. Bereshi Kawamba Road. This is one of the projects that we've undertaken, I think, since 2019. Our idea is to lighten up the district. That's
United States official blames Zimbabwe's economic decline on corruption. NAPSA Stars head coach predicts a tough match against Kabwe Warriors. Hello and welcome to the Money Evening News on Money FM. I am Best Jerry. Green Economy and Environment Minister says government believes traditional leaders in Eastern Province can lead in its efforts to ensure farming becomes a business. Officiating at the province project launch of climate change adaptation in forest and agricultural mosaic landscape in Chipata district, Collins Nzovu says, like in other previous projects, government believes that as a big agriculture province, traditional leaders can lead in government's efforts to ensure that productivity for farmers is increased. Mr. Nzovu notes this is in order for farmers to have access to markets. Mr. Nzovu has further commended some companies in the province that have been in value addition of the agriculture sector.
These are taken into account because they have a potential to wipe out our GDP itself. We can't grow as an economy because we do not take care of this. So therefore, we need to mitigate, therefore we need to adapt, therefore we need to build resilience. That's the reason we are here talking about this project. This project answers to the call to adapt. And therefore, why is it here? Your Royal Highness, this is where you're coming. We believe that your leadership in the previous project, like David, we also believe that as a big agriculture province, you can lead in our efforts to ensure that productivity for the farmers increases, that the farmers have market access, that farming becomes a business. Once we increase productivity, once we offer better prices, and I'm very excited that some of the companies here, like Carbon Partners, Comaco, you are value added, are going into this market. By the way, Comaco, when I listened to you, you were exporting in the market. It's a chance. The mayor is here. The mayor is here. They were importing from Ukraine and Russia. That market may be constricted now. Here lies an opportunity. Through Mayor Mwanza, get that link. The niche is there.
Lusaka City Council discloses that 3 shops at Soweto Market have been swept by fire, destroying goods worth thousands of kwacha. Council Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba says the inferno is suspected to have started around 06:30 hours this morning. Ms. Mwamba notes the fire crew managed to put off the fire despite it having already damaged the 3 shops extensively.
At Soweto Market have been swept by fire, destroying goods worth thousands of kwacha. The inferno is suspected to have started around 06:30 hours this morning. The fire crew managed to put off the fire despite having already damaged the 3 shops extensively. The shops that caught fire are shop number 478, 479, and shop number 480, and were operating as restaurants. Our inspectors are still on the ground to establish more information on the inferno. The fire is though suspected to have emanated from an area within one shop where the owner uses as a cooking area for a Zambian traditional beverage known as tobwa.
Your government, through the constituency.
We take a short break. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
For business on the go, visit www.moneyfmzambia.com to watch, stream, and download various programs from anywhere in the world.
Kawambwa Town Council reveals it has completed installation of 60 solar streetlights along the Kawambwa-Mbereshi Road at the cost of 1,104,000 kwacha. Town Council Secretary Isaac Mwale says the project, which commenced in July this year, that has seen installation of the solar streetlights from Kawambwa Mini T Junction to St. Mary's Girls Secondary School Junction, was funded under Local Government Equalization Fund Capital Projects for 2022. Mr. Mwale has further commended the local authority for lighting up Kawambwa Mbereshi Road, as it will help the business community conduct their activities without fear of being attacked after working hours. He says one of the principal aims of installing streetlights is to enhance security status in the district, adding that safety of people is of great importance to the local authority.
Project is the one we've just done, which is the Bereshi Kawamba Road. In Bereshi Kawamba Road is one of the projects that we've undertaken, I think, since 2019. Our idea is to lighten up the district. That's our principal idea, so that we can improve the security of the district. And in one way or another, it's also to promote business, because you notice that previously, by 19-20 hours, the whole town was quiet, because the roads leading to where people are living was dark, and people would want to rush to go back to their places so that they avoid the darkness that they will experience. So one of the areas that we thought we should take over is let's make the.
This is Money Evening News at 17:30. Ndola Central Member of Parliament has committed to use part of the Constituency Development Fund (CDF) to construct and rehabilitate some damaged roads in his constituency. Speaking when he flagged off the construction of a road project in Dola Hill, Frank Daly says government has increased the Constituency Development Fund from 25.7 million kwacha to 28.3 million kwacha so that Zambians should benefit from good roads. Mr. Tayali, who is also Minister of Transport and Logistics, states that government will continue to prioritize the needs of citizens through development in their constituencies.
Has done something that is unprecedented. We have taken away resources from the center. Everybody used to rush to Lusaka. Everybody knew that money was in Lusaka. There were so many unscrupulous things happening in Lusaka because that was the center. His Excellency the President, in his wisdom, decided to spread that money across the country. When he first pronounced that CDF was going to get from 1.6 million kwacha to 25.7, the naysayer said, where will he get the money from? It's not about where somebody will get the money from. It's about the discipline to know that what we collect as revenue is not our money, but the citizens' money. That it's only prudent that once we have collected that money must go to benefit the citizens. From 27.5, from 25.7 to 28.3, a big hand, ladies. If that is not symbolic of where this government wants to take this country to, then I don't know what will be. Because the president has further intimated that we shall continue, considering that the resource envelope may continue to improve, this CDF is bound to even grow bigger. And that it will then in future be commensurate to population size, so that those more populous constituencies may end up getting more than those that may be in the rural area. As area member.
Still to come is international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Money International News. Money International News.
Welcome back. You are still listening to Money Evening News and now international news. A top United States official says poor governance and corruption in Zimbabwe are responsible for the country's economic decline, not US and other Western sanctions imposed after reports of election rigging and human rights abuses. Voice of America reports the country's capital, Zimbabwe, has scoffed at the claims, while some pro-government citizens protest the sanctions at the United States Embassy in Harare. James O'Brien, the United States State Department Sanctions Coordinator, told an online press briefing that US sanctions are not hurting Zimbabwe's economy as they do not affect banks, pointing to billions of dollars in reported annual illegitimate, illegal cross-border transactions as examples of what is hurting the country's economy. For more of such stories, join us for Africa Business Report at 0845 weekdays. Pfizer Incorporated expects to roughly quadruple the price of its COVID-19 vaccine to about $110 United States dollars to $130 per dose after the United States government's current purchase program expires. Pfizer executive Angela Lukin says. Reuters reports Lukin says she expects the vaccine currently provided for free to all by the government will be made available at no cost to people who have private insurance or government-paid insurance. Reuters area reported that Wall Street was expecting such price hike due to a weak demand for COVID vaccines, which meant vaccine makers would need to hike prices to meet a revenue forecast for 2023 and beyond. For more of such stories, join us for Global Business Report at 1750 weekdays. This is the Money Evening News at 1730.
Money Sports News. Money Sports News.
In In sports news, Napsa Stars Football Club head coach Perry Mutapa says Saturday's match against Kabwe Warriors will be expected to be another tough game for his side. Mutapa says it will not be easy since this will be his side's third game in 7 days. Mutapa says Kabwe Warriors are coming from a loss and it's always very dangerous to play with a team which is coming from a loss. He notes that Warriors will by all means try to work on what went wrong in the past game where they suffered a 3-2 defeat to Power Dynamos. He has added that his side will be at home and will aim to get the 3 points. Napsa Stars will tomorrow host Kabwe Warriors in a Week 9 Super League match at the National Heroes Stadium. Steven Gerrard has been sacked as manager of Aston Villa after just 11 months in charge. Former Tottenham boss Mauricio Pochettino and ex-Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel have been linked with the role, but whether either man could be enticed to Villa Park remains to be seen. Gerrard's sacking was announced immediately after his side suffered a comprehensive 3-0 defeat against Fulham at Craven Cottage, Villa's 6th defeat in just 11 Premier League games. As we end the news, we look at the headlines once again. The news headlines. Government believes traditional leaders can provide leadership in ensuring farming becomes a business.
You can lead in our efforts to ensure that productivity for the farmers increases, that the farmers are that farming becomes a business.
Kawambwa Town Council completes installation of solar streetlights at a cost of 1,104,000 kwacha.
Well, basically, the streetlight project is the one we've just done, which is the Bereshi Kawamba Road. In Bereshi Kawamba Road, this is one of the projects that we've undertaken, I think, since 2019. Our idea is to
United States official blames Zimbabwe's economic decline on corruption. Napsa Stars head coach predicts a tough match against Kabwe Warriors. For these stories and more, be sure to visit our website on www.moneyfmzambia.com. Follow us on Facebook, Money FM Zambia. On Twitter and Instagram, Money FM Zambia. You can also download our Money FM app from App Store and Google Play Store. And for marketing, contact us on +26096786540 or 0211252237. Thank you for listening to Money Evening News. I am Best Jerry. Good evening. This is Money FM.
Money Evening News. Money Evening News. Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
Russia poised to largely skate new G7 oil price cap. Google hit with $162 million fine from Indian regulators over anti-competitive practices. Pakistan's Khan barred from office for 5 years over corrupt practices.
Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
It is 17:51 Central African Time, and a warm welcome to Global Business Report, a Friday edition with me, Best Jerry. Industry players and a United States official have told Reuters that Russia can access enough tankers to ship most of its oil beyond the reach of a new G7 price cap, underscoring the limits of the most ambitious plan yet to curb Moscow's wartime revenue. Reuters reports the group of 7 countries agreed last month to keep Russian oil sales at an enforced low price by December 5th, but faced consternation from many players in the global oil industry who feared the move could paralyze the trade worldwide. Months of discussions between the United States and those insurance, trading, and shipping firms have mollified concerns on their exposure to sanctions, but all parties now realize Russia can largely sketch the plan with their own ships and services. TikTok has denied that it used specific location data to track certain United States individuals, pushing back against a Forbes report that alleged the Chinese-owned video app was planning on carrying out such monitoring. CNBC reports Forbes published an article alleging TikTok, which is owned by Chinese firm ByteDance, planned to use its app to monitor the personal location of some specific American citizens, citing materials viewed by the publication. Other allegations include the monitoring is carried out by TikTok parent ByteDance Internal Audit and Risk Control Department, whose leader reports directly to the CEO. The department primarily conducts investigations into misconduct by employees, but it also planned on an occasion to collect location data about a U.S. citizen who never worked at the company. Google is facing the heat in India. CNN reports the country's antitrust regulator has imposed a penalty of approximately 13.4 million rupees, about 162 million United States dollars, on Alphabet Incorporated's Google for abusing its dominant position in multiple markets in the Android mobile device ecosystem. The Competition Commission of India, CCI, has asked Google to modify its conduct in relation to anti-competitive practices. According to CNN, in its inquiry, the commission concluded that Google has an unfair competitive edge in the market because it owns the Android operating software and allows some of its own products, such as YouTube and Google Search, to come pre-installed on all Android-run devices. We take a break. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
Welcome back. The former chief executive of India's National Stock Exchange has been arrested, officials say, in a bizarre corporate misgovernance scandal featuring a supposed Himalayan yogi. In another news, former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been disqualified from running for political office for 5 years. His lawyer says after the country's election commission ruled he misled officials about gifts he received while in power. France 24 reports the decision is another twist in political wrangling that began even before Khan's April ouster and is one of several legal battles being fought by the former international cricket star and his Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI) party. Pakistan's courts are often used to tie up lawmakers in lengthy proceedings that rights monitors criticize for stifling political opposition. But the Commission's involvement in this case stems from the obligation of elected officials to declare all their assets. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to join us on Monday for another Global Business Report. This has been Best Jerry. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to join us on Monday for another Global Business Report. This has been Best Jerry. Stay tuned into our YouTube listeners. Thank you so much. Our viewers there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Have a pleasant Saturday. God bless you.
Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
My name is B Flow, and whenever I was asked to go with the flow, but I don't move with the flow because I am the flow. My name is B Flow, and whenever I'm home, I'm always tuned in to Money FM.
Hello.
Money FM.
Sema tamunfu ako na radio. Defyo.
Learn more about business and also how I can transform
All right.
myself from being
Mulishani guys, tuachibiringa news hapa.
a business artist.
Mhm.
Because business is important and it's at the center of everything that we do because that's the only way I can survive.